Hi, everyone. So I'm sitting down and I am watching the market, and I'm actually looking at some numbers here that I want to share with you. These numbers are very important to me because it shows me that this market is still booming. We still have a lot of sellers and we still have a lot of buyers and we still have a lot of closings going on, which is phenomenal. So without further ado, I'm just going to share my screen to show you exactly what I'm looking at. This is my MLS page, and I'm going to scroll all the way down and zoom in so you can see what I see. Okay, this is the market watch. This is something that we can pull for, the last 24 hours. We could pull it for the last 7 days, however we want to pull it. I pulled it for the last week, just so some of these numbers would be very, very accurate. New listings. We've had almost 1,400 new listings in the last week, and this is Tampa Bay area, so it's Pinellas, Polk, Pasco, and Hillsborough counties. We've had 243 price increases, and we've had almost 1,400 price decreases. That is why I always say it is very important to price your house right. Number one, it'll sell quicker, and number two, you don't have to do an increase or a decrease later on, unless you absolutely have to. So the next number is kind of appalling to me, but I'm going to explain it to you so you know what it means. Back on market, there were 721 canceled contracts. Now, these contracts are canceled for a handful of reasons, some of which do include financing, whether somebody lost a job or is temporarily laid off, appraisal results, sometimes inspection results. So there's just so many things that factor into why a contract gets canceled, but there were 721 canceled contracts in the last 7 days. Now, yes, that's a negative, but let's look at a few more positives before we talk about a few more negatives. So in the last 7 days, we've had 1,815 closings. That means 1,815 families now have a house to call a home. Okay, so in addition to that, we've had 1,305 buyers go under contract in the last 7 days. Now, I'm going to have to talk about the negative, and the negative is this. We have had 327 homes temporarily off the market. What that means is there are people that are looking to sell, but they're putting a pause on their selling process at the moment for a number of reasons. Nobody really knows unless you go and contact all 327 of those. We've had 90 people withdraw from the MLS saying they no longer wish to sell at this time. And we've had 364 people cancel altogether and decide not to sell. So in addition to that, we've had expireds. Expireds is a positive and a negative. It's a negative because it expired, but it's a positive because it means there are 212 homeowners out there that still want to sell and have not been able to sell. So now I'm going to switch this real quick, and I'm going to switch it to today, just to show you what's going on today. Today alone, we've had 58 new listings. Today alone, we've had 89 closings already. And today alone, we've had 71 buyers go under contract. So, this is absolutely phenomenal. But also look at the negative on this as well. And the negative being there have been 44 canceled contracts today, reported today, I should say. It's not necessarily today. We've also had a few homes taken temporarily off the market, withdrawn, and canceled. So, yes, there's a positive and yes, there's a negative to everything, but it is something that I absolutely wanted to make sure I was sharing with you. Now, to kind of go back to the question, is today a good time to sell my house, or is today a good time to buy my future home? The answer is always going to be yes. No matter what, I still see a lot of activity in the market. I still see a lot of closings. I still see a lot going on. So yes, it is a good time to buy and sell.